All right. I probably started talking too soon. I don't know if Twitch actually knows that I'm streaming yet. We will find out. Okay. It appears that Twitch knows. All right, so that's good. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. I am stalling for time until my moderator tab updates. There we go. Okay. Uh, Also, let me make sure that the volume levels are good. Yep, they're all good. All right. Hello, everyone. You find me on the Mun. I went ahead and did a couple things. I say a couple things. I landed the Diamond 9. Um, our landing spot, it's not too far from, where we wanted to land. I didn't realize, like, how far away um, the biome I'm gonna go for is, because it's like up here-ish. You can kind of see that ridge there. It's like kind of, I think it's just south of the ridge. Um, Although it might even be better to just head this way. But I'm pretty sure where we want to go is like just south of this ridge. Um, Anyways, we're also like not that far away from each sector. So if I can figure out which way oh, you know what I can do is I can zoom way out. So, God, which way is south? It's confusing. I don't know where the South Pole is. I'm pretty sure this way is south. Because I believe we landed like just north. Yeah, so like we landed just north of one sector here. Uh, yeah, you can see that the debris is still in orbit. The stage that was meant to be the orbital stage, I just ended up uh, ditching on one of the landing maneuvers. Landing, I did have to load one quick save because I landed too quickly, and it toppled over, and that was sad. But I wanna show something. You'll notice that if I extend the drills, they do not contact the ground. And I thought for sure we had tested them with the 32 tank. Maybe I just tested with the 16 tank and I forgot. But yeah, so the drills are not going to work here. So we're going to have to send an engineer, probably a couple engineers, because I believe the drills are heavy enough to require at least 2 engineers. We're going to have to send a couple engineers later to just lower those a little bit. Because I believe this is the only mining outpost we have on the Mun now. I also freed both rovers and got their control point stuff set, and just expanded the solar panels and started running these little narrowband scanners just to get them running. So I'm going to switch to... let me keep this view. So if I face this way, which rover is more south? This one. So this rover... man, there's really no way to differentiate this. Nope, other rover. This one. Because the solar panels were facing that way. This is the one that I'm going to take to the sectors. And this is the one that I'm going to take up north. So we can still complete our other contracts. That's perfectly fine. Although, having said that, I'm now realizing we don't have an antenna on here. Uh-huh. This guy has an internal antenna. So as long as we don't go too far away, either that or we're going to have to wait until, like, this guy is overhead, or maybe, like, one of these guys. Like the Diamond 5. Because that's in a pretty, inclined orbit. But yeah, that was an oversight on my part. And we really, we do not have the funding to launch... Yeah, we do not have the funding to launch a craft that's going to bring engineers here right now. So we kind of just have to work with what we have. Alright, so I think I'm going to go for this one first. And I'm going to quick save. Oh, you know what? I do want SAS on. I want to turn the brakes off. So I did notice that when I drove these away a little bit, it is still a little back heavy. I think that's just a traction thing. In fact, what we could do actually is, let me toggle the brakes real fast. I'm actually going to up the traction control to like 3 on all the wheels. See if that helps a little bit. Yeah, it helps a little bit, with at least with steering, so we'll go with that. Alright, and it should be still like, yeah, it's still gaining electricity, which is fine. We can't go too fast, or we can't accelerate too fast. We can, travel a little bit quick. We just can't accelerate too fast, otherwise we kind of buck a little bit. And also, of course, all the parallax surface features don't give us, what do you call it? Oh, we don't have this piece of data yet. Okay, transmit that, please. No use. Oh, because we don't have. Ooh. The review data reset. Okay, that's awkward. So we're gonna have to. Yeah, I hope we can still. Because we just have to take a seismic scan. I don't think we have to transmit it. Um, I guess we shall see. Otherwise, I may have just failed this mission miserably. Which would also mean that I need to do a bailout grant again. And we don't have that much reputation left to do that with, so we shall see. How far away are we? Okay, yeah, because right now we're bouncing through our rocket, which is fine. Uh-oh. Oh, we're going up a hill. I was like, why did our perspective, or why did our nav ball shift? But now we're just going up a hill, so that's fine. Looks like we're not that far away. I have a feeling if I only go 10 meters a second, though, this is going to take a while. I might speed up a little bit. And I might up the brakes to, like, at least 80. Oh, here we go. Of course, that was only the front brakes. Okay, so if I do this, log seismic data, cool. So can I reset that and then, oh, it still completes the contract. Okay, and it automatically redoes the navigation, so that's good. The slightly annoying thing is because of the way I've set this up, I can't actually turn unless I'm going forward. And the other thing is that since it's bucking, it's actually really hard to turn this thing on a downhill. Yeah, see, now that we're on like a flatter area, don't have to worry too much about it, but okay, I need to turn slightly to the right. There we go. Oh, not that far. Okay, there we go. This should be. I'm also going to set the brakes to 100 while I'm thinking about it, because that took a while to stop. So how far away is this site? I guess we're going to this one first, and then it'll take us to beta and then back to delta. If it automatically takes us to beta, I'm actually just going to reset the navigation to delta, since that's a lot closer. Because we went to the gamma site first, just because that was closest. Alright. Okay, yeah, we're bouncing our signal through a lot of things right now, so I'm not worried about that. Oh, we're slightly off kilter. Turn right, turn right. Okay, just hit the brakes. Okay, there we go. Oop, sliding. Sliding around like a dumbass. Oh dear. Okay, just keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Keep turning. Yeah, hit the brakes. Oh, I actually want to continue? No, I want to turn right. Slow down a little bit. Turn right. Turn right. Turn right. Hands off! Oh, no. Well. God dang it. I don't even remember. Okay. How long do I have to leave my hands off again? I forgot. Look. Let's go to my channel. Dashboard. Only 30 seconds? Okay, well, I forgot to set a timer. I'll just go from now. So, session for 11:15, so I'll put my hands back on at 11:45. Man, if you had done that during a launch, that would have been so bad. Do. Okay. Um, now I need to figure out hit the brakes. Okay. Come on, turn. I really should have let more than one set of wheels dictate the steering, but I didn't want it sliding out of control all the time. Alright, how far away are we now? Not that far. Yeah, I know Layson is lurking. As far as I'm aware, they are not home right now, though, so. They're not home. I gave him the night off since he's not home. Unofficially. I promise I don't abuse my mods. Oh, it's just telling me I had a contract parameter complete. Oh, that gave us a little money. Okay, that's good. Oh, can peek under the surface. Hey, that looks like some wild hills coming up. I don't like that. Oh, I hope it does not make me go in a crater. That would be suboptimal. Oh, oh, we're turning. Okay, hang on. Hit the brakes, and then turn. Hit the brakes, and then turn. It really likes to drift when I hit the brakes, which is a little concerning. Okay. Go this way. Go this way. Oop. Nope, turn right, turn right. There, no, left now, left now. Okay. How far away are we? We can't be that far. We're like right next to it. Come on, give it to me. Oh, there we go. Entering sector QCQL Alpha. I mean, I can just do this now. Cool. Oh, it did go to Delta automatically. Okay, that's good. Alright. Yeah, the steering range on these wheels isn't great. But the trade-off is they can go extremely fast if I wanted them to. Like I think they can go up to like 70 meters a second, which is kind of insane for a rover. And they have like pretty good traction control. They're also big, which is nice, so I can keep most of my rover off the ground. So I don't know why I have a. Apparently, at some point I must have hit shift, but there is nothing that can throttle on here, so. But good to know that this is all counting. Ah, it's doing the thing again. Turn left. Man, the terrain here is just a little unforgiving. Although I will say, I haven't been playing KSP2 often at all because it's still pretty unplayable. And I would argue that, you know, they tried to fix the orbital decay bug, but it's actually gotten worse in this most recent patch. But there is one thing in KSP2 in that most of the terrain is actually like, you'll have a few hills and canyons here and there, but like especially on the Mun, it's pretty flat in like a lot of areas. Like it'll basically be like flat and then mountains and then flat and then mountains. And like I don't know how I feel about it. Like the graphics look great, but then you get to these just giant flat areas and it's like there's nothing to see. It's just kind of weird. Oh, also I forgot to mention we have a Eve Moho right in front of the sun right now, and then I can't see what that is. Jewel. Okay. I'm only doing this one at 5 meter, or, oh, there we go, 6 meters a second. I was about to say, because it wasn't that far. And here we are. Alright, so more contract parameters complete. We're slowly making money back. Alright, so now we need to make it to beta. And I already know that we're going to have to like completely turn around for this, so. And this one's going to take a while, so I may actually go decently fast. Alright, drifting a little bit. Ah, stop drifting. Okay, there we go. Oh. This thing is hard to turn. Alright, let's shoot for 15 meters a second. Yeah. Oh, we're speeding up a little bit because we're kind of on a downhill, but also we haven't lost connection this whole time, which is good. I don't think it takes terrain into account that much. Because like technically our signal would be cut off by this hill right now, even though we can see. where the ship is. Technically, because of how radio waves work, the signal would be completely impeded by this hill here. But I don't think the game actually takes that into account. Alright, so yeah, this sector is decently far away. You need to turn left a little bit here. Oh, not that much. I got a hill going. Yeah, I really need it to turn right here. Come on. Nope, come on. Come on. Oh, not that much. Yeah, it's the side of this hill here that's just kind of messing with it right now. Ah! Yeah, I keep oversteering. Oop, oop, oop. Okay. I'm just gonna have it slow down a little bit. And now it just seems like it's not wanting to steer at all, which is strange. Yeah, whatever. Probably slow down a little bit. Oh, drifting. Oh, drifting. Okay, well, hit the brakes. I mean, I can do this now. And I'll actually just keep this. Oh my. That was exciting. But anyways, contract parameter complete and contract complete. So, got some reputation back. Got some money back. So, back in the green and back above $200,000. But we have another contract to do. Oh. Um. Uh-huh. But I think... Oh, can't quick save while moving on the surface. Yeah. Okay, so I have to let it drift down this hill a little bit. Yeah, so that was strange. The ground scatter seems to have crashed. It's a little strange, because like I'm seeing that there should be some here. Hopefully when I switch to one of the other ships, this kind of resolves itself, but... Alright, so I'm just going to let it sit here. And then we will switch to the other rover. Alright. Oh yeah, there's our ground scatter. Okay, so... I mean, there's not really a good way to waypoint, oh dear, where I want to go with this. So I think the plan here is just head north. Because I believe I need to be in the highlands. Oh, you know what? It wants me to transmit the data. So we can't do that. So we are going to have to send a craft with engineers. Oh boy. Yeah, because this can't transmit. Uh-huh. Well, we have a very tight budget to do this. You know what? Let me just go to the Space Center. Okay, do we have any new contracts? Bring blueberries back with you. That's from Duna. Oh, okay, we can do this one really quick. We'll take this for the advance. Let me go to the tracking station. And let's go to the MUN. Let me find our base. I mean, worst comes to worst, we just bring these guys back. Because that would complete... which one? That would complete this one, technically. I don't know if that would complete any other ones, but this one would give us quite a bit of money. Anyways, what I want to do here is... You don't have a lot of science on board. Actually, you do. So go ahead and transmit your science. Because this will complete the contract as well as give us quite a bit of science. There we go. Alright, so that did science data from MUN. So back to the Space Center. Alright, so we're up to 438,000. Build a new unmanned probe that has a... Okay, well, how much does this give us? Not a lot. Ooh. No. Repair a satellite? No. Do an advanced scan with a rover arm of... No. We can do this one. Just real quick. Yeah. I know I said I wasn't gonna do, like, Kerbal Sphere of Influence contracts. I lost my train of thought. But what was I saying? Oh, I know I said I wasn't going to do like Kerbal Sphere of Influence contracts on stream, but we are bankrupt essentially. I mean, we have like 400 something thousand now, but so you know, time to like part of the process of getting out of bankruptcy is going to be just kind of suffering through with the contracts for a little bit. All right, does it need us to adjust inclination at all? No. Okay. Really, it just wants us to adjust our apoapsis, so at this periapsis, what does it want our new apoapsis to be? 298, 788. A little too much there. That should be close enough. Now, this is an early satellite. What is this based on? A hex. Okay, wow. We also... This is ridiculous. Tail fins. Yeah, this... And our early satellites are a mess. Okay, if I thrust limit this to 1, it's a 3-second burn. Alright then. Man, we didn't even have the good solar panels yet. Also, this is kind of a cool view. I mean, okay, early craft. I'm just gonna zoom out so we don't have to see it. Here we go. Quick screenshot. Ooh, what's down there? One of the satellites. Neat. Alright, so we will warp around. Probably disable these controls on the tail fin. It's over there. Oh, yeah, we have someone that we're rescuing that and their shipwreck is over there. Right there. Well, that's quite an inclined orbit. I'm glad I looked at that. Anyways, let's warp a little bit ahead. And then we have a, like, inverse, what do you call it? Konya satellite there. Alright, so hold stability for 10 seconds. Oh, that was it. Alright, yeah, that didn't give us a lot, but it was basically free money. So can't really complain about that. Alright, back to the Space Center. Alright. Oh. I mean, as much as I want, that's not a lot of money for what it's asking us. So, no. No. This one we can do. I don't really care about the reputation, if you haven't been able to tell. Like, yes, it was nice to give us as much money as it did, but, you know, losing one reputation for declining a contract, not that big of a deal. Anyways, we need the station here. Alright. You don't have a lot of science on board right now, but that is fine. We can still use that. Alright, so that got us our contract and got us a little more science. Which we can actually spend right now, come to think of it. Oh, uh-oh. Game is not responding. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because we can spend this on this guy right here, which will also get us some nice cargo stuff. Yeah, it'll get us some nice adapters as well, like the engine mount. This guy. Yeah, because like these can actually be kind of useful for what do you call it? For like bigger rockets and stuff. Alright. We can do this right now. Without spending any money. I believe also I can destroy this debris. I believe if I look for our min-miss base, that's where it's at, which is up here. Lots of times on loading screens so far. Oh, this is not the one I was thinking of. Okay, let me go back to the map then. I don't remember which one it is. Might be this one. Switch to this guy. Yeah, it's this one. So you're still drilling, but what I can do, and I don't know if we're going to have the bug, but what I can do is I can actually just jettison the tank contents, and that'll start refilling. Now, it'll take a while, and also I kind of did this at a bad time because, it's night. But how much did we need to extract? Like 450? Yeah. So, whatever half of that is, 225. Yeah, insufficient power shutting down, so let's warp to sunrise. And then I need to start both of these again. Now, interestingly, it's saying that it already had 50% of the contract? Or was that a different contract? Regardless, I will warp ahead. $75%. Yeah, it's saying that earlier than 450, so I don't know if it was counting some that we had already drilled. But anyways, that is that done. So we can sing there's something right there. Oh yeah, because this is one of the ones that we did a rover for. All right, so we can go back to the Space Center. Okay. Nope. We can do this. Oh, we may not be able to do this. I think we can do this. Go to Minmus. I'm going to use the rover from that same contract. All right, hello, old rover. You. Hopefully it doesn't run out of power while doing this. There we go, contract complete. Do. Okay. What you got? Science data from space around Kerbin. We can do that. That offered like no money. I probably shouldn't have taken that one, but we're almost at 1,000,000. I think once we're at 1,000,000, I will see about building a craft to go move those drills and go put antennas on at least one of the rovers. Alright. Oh boy, this old station. Yikes. the I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of a rough looking station. I almost want to deorbit it. But like obviously we would take this guy out first. Like what we would probably do is we'd have a craft, dock up, get Curvin back, and then land, and then we deorbit this whole station. That's probably what would happen. I also need to make sure that this engine is actually shut down. Anyway, so that's that contract done. So back to the Space Center. Aiming. Aiming. There we go. What you got? No. No. I can't say no to a rescue mission. How many do we have right now? 1, 2, 3. And they all pay really well. Okay. So we don't quite have 1,000,000. But I may just go ahead and do this one. Triple rescue, because that should get us a lot of money. Alright, so have we done an Empress mission that used the 3-seater? I think it would have been like an early one. Empress 9. Empress 6. Empress 7. Empress 7B. Empress 8. Empress 10. Empress 11. Empress 12. Maybe the Empress 4? Yeah, this was one. Okay. Now, this is a little rough looking, not gonna lie. Oh, this was an Apollo style mission. Okay, well, what I can do here is take out all of this. Put a decoupler below here. And something like that. Put those on the same stage. And that has a ridiculous amount of delta V. I mean, because we're probably still going to have at least this stage when we're in Minmus orbit. But the only thing I would want to do then is replace this with a remote guidance unit, and then I'll put an extra parachute up here. Wrong one. What was this one? And this will be the Empress 13? Yeah. Do I even need a fairing? No. Well, I'll build one anyway. Actually, no, I won't. It'll save us money. We should still be good to go. Let's see. Okay, now I need to make sure that there are no Kerbals in this thing. That's what I was afraid of. And ideally we recover this entire top section. That would be nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and launch this thing. Actually, let me take a look at the custom action groups. Oh, that's ridiculous looking. Let's do that. Yeah, I mean, that works. It's just ridiculous looking. But, alright, reusability. Do. Alright, of course it's a nighttime launch, because yes. What's this thrust to weight now, actually? Ooh, I didn't think about that. If I go to, like, here. That's better. Alright, I probably should have been turning over a lot earlier, but that's fine. It's wanting to pull this way, which is interesting. Yeah, I'm just trying not to waste too much delta V in the thicker atmosphere. But I really need to be pushing sideways already. I'm gonna full throttle it. We're almost out of the thick stuff anyways. We're out of the real thick stuff, but we're almost out of the super concerning stuff. Now this is concerning, the fact that we're seeing heating so early. If I see a single heat gauge, I'm just gonna let it coast. Oh. So I might actually point it like this. This is not the best launch, but it's fine. Alright. I just want to push it up to 85. I deployed these way too early. The atmosphere should be thin enough that it doesn't matter, but I'm like, ooh, that could have been really bad. Alright, so I'm going to quick save here. I'm just going to physics warp on up. Alright. Pull it back a little. About like that. That's still 618 delta V. Alright then. Yeah, so that debris is just going to crash back down, which is perfectly fine. I like how Eve almost just looks like a sunspot, basically. Alright, cool. It's actually slightly more circular than the maneuver was telling us. Alright, so now set Minmus as our target. And at the sending node, we will burn normal. Go. I am going to try and save some delta V just so we have as much as possible for rescuing these guys. Oh, slightly overburned, so I'm going to flip to anti-normal. There we go. Alright. Quick save there. And Minmus is here, so we want to burn probably around here. Like pretty much right when we pass over the island airfield next. I really want to save delta V, so I'm actually going to see if I can get this to intersect at apoapsis. It looks like the answer is no. Oop, actually. Okay, you know what? Close enough. And we're going after this guy. I'll see. Actually, let me do this now. Set as target. So periapsis 17, apoapsis. So it is a the standard orbit. It's not, not a retrograde orbit. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get periapsis low, not that low. About there is good. And then I'll barely capture, and then I'll adjust inclination. All right, so warp to that burn. Alright, and of course we are burning on the night side because yes. There it is. Like, where's our encounter? Oop. Went to retrograde. Ugh, okay. Prograde. Stress limit. Alright, good enough. Now I have a feeling that this orbit is going to jump, but... Ooh, okay. That did not take a lot of delta V to do. Yeah, I just want to barely capture here, if I can. So something like that, and then we will force unthrust limit. Alright, and let's go ahead and warp. And it doesn't look like it threw us off that much, which is good. Alright. Hello, Minmus. We are heading your way. I didn't put a antenna on here. I didn't put batteries on here either. Oh, you know what? This is a redesigned craft, so in theory there's an antenna somewhere. There it is. I was like, hang on. I didn't build this, or I built this crap, but I was like, no, I stole this from myself. Anyways. So actually, we could have gotten even lower. That's pretty much the highest point on Minmus, right around here. We're, you know, quite a ways above it. Anyways, so we're gonna hit the descending node first. So I guess we'll just go ahead and do this here, and I will have to capture times. In fact, I'll probably pull retrograde first and then do normal. Pull a little more retrograde. Again. Retrograde again. Normal again. Retrograde. That's about as close as it's going to get for now, so let's just go ahead and point to that maneuver. And we will warp on ahead. Oh, and there's our station right over there. In fact, we could... Oh, I didn't keep the docking port on this. I was going to say, we can actually stop at the station for a refuel, but I didn't keep the docking port. I maybe should have. Right, something like that. Okay, so now let's see about getting an encounter. Ideally, it would be at apoapsis. Just don't know how well we're going to be able to get this. Probably need to wait a couple orbits. Yeah, so let's do this again. Oops. Well, that's not bad actually. Yeah, something like this. Alright, so of course minimal. Probably need a little bit of normal or anti-normal. Yeah, 0.0, I will certainly take that. Now that's going to be an 0.4 second burn, so I'm going to thrust limit. Probably even further than that, honestly. Alright, we'll warp on ahead. Oh, and we just passed something. We passed very close to something there. Like, close enough that I was actually a little concerned. I mean, it could have been the ship we're targeting. Because in terms of inclination, that's like the only one that we're matching. I guess it could have also been the station, just based on where we are right now. It didn't look like it was in quite the same inclination as us, but yeah, that was a little, because I kept seeing it and I was like, oh, it's actually kind of not really common to orbit a few times and see the same object unless you're in a resonance orbit. But then I saw the little square pop up indicating that we were close to it, and I was like, oh, okay. All right, 31 meters, that's pretty good. Although it's actually drifting a little bit, which is strange. The 38.5 meters per second, how long would that take us to burn? I suspect not long at all. Yeah, 1 second. So we can get pretty close. So that's in 59.25, so I'm going to warp to 58.12. Seems good. All right, so there's our target up there. Yeah, so there's our station again. I don't think it was that, but it could have been. It wasn't something we were targeting, which is why I'm like, may have been the station. I don't know. All right, so this is in 40 seconds. So I need to kind of be prepared to kill off all of our relative velocity relatively quickly. And I cannot speak all of a sudden. All right, the only thing is I'm afraid that when we thrust, we're actually going to send this spinning. I'm going to wait until it's there. Oh, okay, well, I'm drifting slightly, but that's fine. Let's jump over to you. I genuinely hope you have an RCS pack. You do. So rename vessel to debris. And we will let go and get control of yourself there. All right, get in there. Let's also have you do a report because not. All right, so contract parameter complete. All right, we can unset this as our target. And now I want to fix my inclination now. Around here, I don't want to be like super inclined when we head back to Kerbal. So that's probably good enough right there. Hang on, I saw one of our ships out in the distance, I thought. Maybe not. I mean, Nidon is barely visible at this distance, but... Oh, there's something there. Station. Maybe it was the station that we were passing close to. Okay, something like that. And then when we're towards Kerbin, we will break orbit. And let me look at where these other guys are. So you are higher, actually. And you're also slightly inclined. So I think we're going to go for him first. But I want to be in a really low orbit so we can intersect at apogee. Also concerns me how inclined we are, so I want to see if I can add some normal or anti-normal to it. Yeah, something like that. If I can get this down to like, oh dear, not that low. Yeah, like 75 would be great. We are going to stage mid-burn here, which is fine. Yeah, maybe it was the station that we were passing by. There's one of the satellites, like the early satellites that were passing near as well. And I don't know if you can hear it, but the music right now is just so good. It's one of like the solemn, very quiet soundtracks. And it's just like, that's why I paused for a second to take a screenshot, because it like just reminds you, like, you know, if you're traveling through space, it is cold, dark, empty. So just a good piece of music to kind of remind you of that. But, now there's a film that I've been, oh, and now we're back to the upbeat music, but now there's a film I've been meaning to watch that Shadow Zone mentions in his Outer Planets Grand Tour video in part 2. In particular when he lands on, I think it's Nisei, like the icy moon of Nidon. Um, and there's this movie where it's like, apparently it's not scientifically accurate, and I think it has like Tom Cruise or something. Um, and they land like on one of the moons of Neptune in the movie, and it's just, you look out and it's just so dark and the sun is so far away. Oh, and I can focus back on my own ship. Alright, there we go. So now I want to set this guy's wreckage as target first. So I want to see, oh, it is going retrograde. Okay. How much would it cost to flip up here? 88? Alright, I can go for that. Now, it's going to be tricky. Because I have to flip, rescue this guy, and then flip again to rescue the last one. So we'll see how this goes. But I want to get at least 2, and this one was the higher contract, so we're warping extremely into the future here. 16 days. What's going to happen is we're going to swing by Kerbal, and then we're going to swing back and flip our orbit. And goodbye, Kerbal. Alright, so another minute to go. There we go. I just had to make sure my apoapsis was above 70. Or, not apoapsis, periapsis. Okay, so now that that is still our target, I think at the descending node, I'm going to burn, oh god, normal? No, anti-normal. Which this is actually costing quite a lot. And retrograde. Retrograde. Costing a lot more than I thought it would, honestly. Yeah, something like this. A little less. I don't think I'm going to get it that precise. There we go. Alright, so that's in 9 days. Oh, and you know what? I just realized I could have done this at the ascending node instead. Anyways. So, burn to change inclination. Costs a lot more than I thought it would, but... Oh, and I can actually see something out there. Oh, that's Minmus. Okay. Hello, Mun. That was actually pretty close, all things considered. And we're burning on the dark side because, of course, we are. Alright. And now I'm actually going to force an encounter here. Because I feel like it would cost less if I forced it to... If I forced our closest encounter to be at our apoapsis. Ooh. Actually, let's go for the second one here. Uh, 1.2. I would need to move it this way. Oh, nope. Really? Other way? Okay. Ah. Yeah, because that moves it the other way. Fascinating. What about radial? Oh, hello. Okay, 0.0. I will certainly take that. Relative speed's a little high. And it makes me think that we may not have enough delta V to do this third mission as well. This is in 67 days. So we're gonna time warp. And I'm zoomed in here so that we don't get flashing for any photosensitive viewers. Oh, nice. Or ion collector science. Alright, so we are now a minute out from this burn. And yeah, like to flip our orbit here would be like, you know, I mean, we are at periapsis, but even still, to flip our orbit starting here would be 6,000 delta V. Because you have to completely negate this orbital velocity and then bring it back up to that same orbital velocity. Okay. For some reason, it's still saying we are a million away. Because it didn't really do our full... That it was costing less delta V than it actually was, which is strange. So I kind of have to force it now, which is annoying. Let me thrust limit this down to like half. Yeah, all of a sudden it's saying that we have 0 delta V. So clearly something happened when it loaded after the time warp. Oh, what the? Oh, that was the engine plume sneaking through. I was like, what is happening to the text? Alright, 400 meters is fine. So how long is it going to take for us to burn off 432 meters a second? 19 seconds? So we want to burn at least that early. So that's 255.50. So I'm going to go to, it's actually a little 45.52. Did it? I'm pretty sure we just passed our intersect. Actually, it's like so. Alright, let's just point at target and see what that does. Alright, 500 meters, that's fine. That's in 37 minutes. I know I'm wasting delta V, so I'm probably just going to have to, you know, I'm probably just going to rescue this guy and then head back down to Kerbal. We'll rescue the other one later. And for some reason, it keeps saying we're losing intercept, but we know we're not. There we go. That is in 2 minutes. Is that getting closer? I'm watching this number here. Okay, so it started to go back up. That's when I warp ahead again. Sorry, 18 minutes? Okay, 15 minutes. I'm gonna actually push this retrograde node. There we go. 37 meters in 3 minutes. Much better. Oh, that was way too much. Okay. 0.1 meters per second is fine, so we'll jump over to this craft, rename the vessel to Debris, and you do have an RCS pack, so where's our craft? Probably figure that out first. Oh, there we are. All right, grab and abort. And yeah, no shot we have enough delta V to uh, flip our orbit again, so we'll just have to do that other rescue mission on a different mission. So, at apoapsis, I would like to burn retrograde. I'm going to bring our periapsis down to, ooh, not that low. About 40. Keep it autosave. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to warp ahead. Just going to point at retrograde. Do. Yeah, about 40. Alright, and I'll have it on surface mode just so that when I get there, which I'm still orbiting retrograde, so that's 228, this 32, so yeah. Just go to about here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do some like radial retrograde stuff. So where is radial right now? I'm on surface mode. I need to be on orbital mode for that. So like here. So yeah, something like that. Just so that our apoapsis is a lot lower, so we have less orbital velocity. Especially since we're coming in retrograde. Which I am going to quick save regardless. Oh, and of course we're landing at night. Lovely. Alright, so you're pulling towards surface retrograde, but I'm going to decouple like that. There we go. Little constellation there. So things are already starting to heat up. And the rest of our craft is heating up as well. Alright, looks like we may land on land this time, which is interesting. Actually, not that far from the Space Center. Alright, we are definitely landing. Yeah, there's the Space Center right there. Oh, actually, we may land in the water. We'll see. It's gonna be kind of close, but... Oh no, we're definitely landing in the water. Alright, now that we're no longer having heat effects. Alright, I'm gonna take us out of stability. Oh, maybe not. Wobbly, but... Oh, you know what? I didn't have a Matt Furt EVA. Probably should have done that, but... Or do an EVA report, but... Do a crew report. Oh! You didn't actually have a crew report over the water? After all this time? Okay. Alright, there we go. Do. Alright. We're back over 1,000,000 funds, so that's good. We can also recover this debris. See what we got. Expand. Oh! Right after I was talking about deorbiting that station, I'm actually going to decline this. New. 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 This we can do. But I'll take it. But what I want to do now is I actually want to warp to this window. I think it's time we bring the crew home. We have a few more things coming up, so probably do a couple of these. Yeah, because we have 4 years to do this contract, right? So we can start bringing some crew home and start going around some of these outer planets. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. So let's. I mean, this. Okay, this is gonna be flashy. Also, I can get rid of these. Let's warp ahead. Oh, that is. I am so sorry. Man, that is just awful. I can't even zoom in anywhere to fix it. I could. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna make y'all suffer with that. Let's just pick a random craft to do this. Um, Here, Bonsai 8. Okay. Oh God. One of the satellites of all time. Fascinating. Okay. Anyways. Whee! I mean, okay, this isn't much better. Oh, more science from Mun. I like how you can occasionally see the Mun just passing by. Okay. I'm actually going to stop at 1 hour ahead. And then we're going to go to the tracking station. Oh, we still have debris in orbit. I probably should have gotten rid of that. Yeah, this guy's getting pretty close. And, you know, all of these are the ones that we sent out. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I thought 2 of them were named the same thing, but nope, we are fine. Focus view. Give me the Ion 1, please. Let's switch to that. Alright, hello, Ion 1. How much data do you have? A lot. Okay. Alright, thought I already deleted this. Anyways. Show me your eject angle. Strange eject angle. Alright then. To click. Oh, good. We just passed there, so I can actually do this. Alright, give me 1180.9 prograde. Negative 105.9 normal. I can close the alarm details and delete that alarm. What I need to do now is I need to set Kerbal as our target. And undoubtedly, add a few orbits. Okay. Now I will focus view on Kerbal. And what happens if I add another couple orbits? So it's a very, very polar entry. I don't really want to be doing prograde, retrograde. That is what I'm discovering. Do some radial and some normal stuff. Bring it in. Because what I want to do is I want to bring this... Oh. Don't close my maneuver, okay. I want to bring this as low as possible. Would adding or subtracting an orbit help? No, that actually made it worse. Nope, other normal. Okay, I mean the thing with this is I could always do another burn on the way in. A radial in burn. That shouldn't be too much dB. Ooh, now frustratingly I didn't include a probe core on this. So I'm gonna have to manually stay on the node. Alright, so this is in 7 days. I'm hoping that the flashing isn't too bad. We shall see. Okay, it was bad. Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, strangely, we're burning almost on the light side. Kind of fascinating. I probably could have warped ahead a little bit. Here we go. I'm going to physics warp a little bit here, I think. Alright, I'm going to unphysics warp so that I can correct our heading. Oh, I should be focusing on Kerbal. Whoopsies! Okay, concerningly, we don't have an encounter. Ah, there it is. Ooh, this actually might be better than our initial one. Not really. Okay. So, when we get here... Oh, this is actually our first thing. So let me first warp out of Eve orbit. Yeah, because that's what I was afraid of. Oh, and you know what? I totally should have. Oh no, we still have our encounter. It just jumped for some reason. Let me go ahead and quick save though, just in case we do lose that encounter. Yeah, I'm gonna warp out of Eve's sphere of influence. Bye, Eve. We'll be back eventually. Okay. Now I want to focus back on Kerbal. We're coming in like this, so pretty much as soon as we get inside the sphere of influence, I want to burn radial. And yes, I'm putting us inside the atmosphere, but I'm only going down to 50. Actually, I'm only going to go down to 55. For now. Hi, Julia. Alright, oh, there's Eve. Oh, and there's Gilly. Okay, I didn't even see Gilly the first time. Alright, Valentina, Sonrod, and Mating, I don't know. We're going home. Alright, so it's going to be a bit of a long warp, but... Oh, there's Moho. There goes Eve in the background. Oh, Drez, that's the first time you've shown up. Alright, so how are we approaching Kerbal? Like this, okay. Alright, hello, Kerbal. Alright, so cross the sphere of influence, and our orbit is, maneuver is pretty much immediate, so. I'm gonna get realigned for that. Oh, and I can actually point at radial. That might work out a little better. Warp ahead just a little bit. Point. I'll actually point at the maneuver. I do not want to overshoot this. I may actually, I think I have the delta V just to bring it. Yeah, right at 70. Okay. So not quite in the atmosphere. Because I just read our delta V number and I'm like, ooh, actually we have enough to kind of do this more smartly. I don't overburn it. Which this is such a long burn, I'm pretty sure our periapsis is going to dip in the atmosphere anyways. But at the very least, we will burn off a ton of orbital speed. Because, like, yes, heat shields in KSP are broken. However, when you're coming in from interplanetary, If you're not in easy mode, which this one isn't, then yeah, you may actually blow up, even with the heat shield. Alright, and we came in over the South Pole, so... So, if our periapsis dips into the atmosphere, then I will just continue burning off speed. Like, I'll basically just burn retrograde. Yeah, because we do not want to be coming in at 3,400 meters a second. And I am actually going to physics warp this. Alright, so we've at least captured. And our periapsis is currently 70.2. And we still have quite a bit of this burn to go. I mean, oh my goodness. Close enough that we could, like, dip our toes into the atmosphere. Okay, there we go. That was actually insanely close. I think that's the closest I've ever been to the atmosphere without actually dipping in. It was like 70.07. Like 70 meters before we would have been in the atmosphere. Okay. Don't want to overburn. That's why I cut it short. That's actually pretty good. And yeah, insane amounts of delta V. So hopefully it doesn't become nighttime by the time we orbit again, but think about here actually. I'm just gonna dip us in. I'll go down to 35 for this. Alright, and these guys all should get, you know, pretty leveled up from this. Alright, so our orbital line is still in the day, yes? Yes. Actually got more in the day. Polar orbits are a little harder for me to wrap my head around, so wasn't quite expecting that. I can just point retrograde. Okay. I did slightly overburn this one, but that's not too big of a deal, honestly. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to warp until probably here-ish is when we'll hit the atmosphere. I do want to be in true altitude. Alright, and then as I'm pointing retrograde, stage. Yeah, because I wanted to induce a little bit of torque on that guy. Okay. We do have a crew report from the upper atmosphere. After we didn't have it flying over the water, I just had to check, because I was like, that's strange. You know, if we landed at the pole, which I highly doubt, that would be really helpful, so we could get that EVA science. But I am going to physics warp this at least until heating becomes a huge issue. Yeah, I don't think we're landing at the pole, but oh well. Yeah, since the camera is turning, yeah, we're passing directly over the South Pole right now. It's a nice little cinematic shot, though. All right, where does it say we're landing right now? Here. Oh, actually not too far from a river. Ooh, I would rather not land in the mountains. Definitely not a place you want to land. Alright, that is much better. Are we flying low yet? Grasslands, okay. I guess we just don't have any of the flying low crew reports. Alright, there we go. Real question is, do we have the EVA report? And the answer is no. Okay. Alright, now the real question is, how much science is it going to yield? Is yeah. Looking like a lot. Alright. A quick save just in case the... I'm going to do a hard save just in case it crashes. Because sometimes after you do long missions where you get a lot of science, the game will crash. So I want to do a hard save before I recover. Do. That's a lot of science! Holy shit! Okay then! What the fuck? Oh my goodness, Valentine is level 4. Okay. So we're no longer bankrupt. Oh, and that completed that contract too. Nice. So let's complete the tech tree. Insane. I don't think I have enough to Oh, that's a sellout. Sorry, I wanted the patents licensing. Yeah. I don't actually have enough science for that, which is annoying because I don't want to have to do. Oh, reputation must be to. Wait, we actually need reputation to. Really? Ew. That's gross. Okay, so I guess we need more reputation then. Explore Moho. I was not expecting that one next. Land on Moho and return to Kerbin from orbit of Moho. There's no end date, so we're gonna take it, but holy cow. I guess, okay. Give me audit. How long away is that? I don't want to do that one though. I wanna go to other planets. Whatever. We'll skip that one. We'll just let it kind of cycle through. But I would like to start doing some of these other things. Because if we can start doing some of these other things, we can get more science. The annoying thing is, I didn't realize that you need a reputation to set stuff up. That's super annoying. Alright, so let's just do this Minmus satellite, I guess. Not the Molnya one. This is not Minmus, this is the Mun. Whatever, Mun satellite. I'm gonna fly this until it's time to pay attention to this maneuver node. We got about 2 minutes left. I want to get more stuff done. I want to I'll go slightly over time because of the loading screens. I want to be in the sphere of influence on one of the outer planets. I wanna. Like it's so close. Tasted. Anyways, I don't remember what this maneuver node is for. Not gonna lie. It's also not what I was watching. All right, jump to ship. Come on. And delete enclave. All right, so what is this maneuver node doing? Oh, we're around Drez. Oh, hello. Drez, where Drez? Hi, Drez. Yeah, initiated the first flyby of Drez. No shit. Do I have an action group to run all the science? I do. Okay. Do I want to run all the science? Probably not, because I think I want to do space low. Okay, so I'm actually going to... What's this going to do to our electric charge? Not great things. Do we have a second mystery goo, or do we only have the one? We only have the one, so I'm actually going to reset that and the materials study. Alright, so all of this should have transmitted. Cool. Let's warp ahead to this node. And are we in space low? That is the question. Still in space high. So, are we going to get in space low? That's the real question. Maybe? Man, the sun's starting to look really small. Alright, I'm gonna physics warp through this. Alright, Drez actually looks pretty good with Parallax, not gonna lie. Alright, is this space low? No, but we got a new biome. Alright. Didn't actually bring me as low as I wanted. Oh, right, because I was going to dip low and then... Or I was going to see if I could get in space low. But since I can't... That... And let's do that. So I've done both, yes? Yes. Oh, wait, can I not? What? Why'd you not transmit? Weird. Whatever. We have a lot of delta V left. I could dip low and then... I don't want to. I don't know how high the highest peaks on Drez are, though. That's the only issue. That's probably too low. Let's go for it. Do-do-do. And yes, I know I'm over time. I just want to get some of this stuff done. Oh, okay, 0.0. I will take that. Hopefully we don't hit anything. So let's just warp, let's quick save and then warp like here. Ooh, the time warp does not like us being this close. I do want to know how close we get. This has got to be in space low. Yeah. Ridges. Oh, I didn't know that was a biome. Alright, cool. That added a lot of science. Wow, okay. So we have enough science now to set up the like convert all science into funding. But we don't have the reputation for it. Cannot warp faster than 1x while below 10,000 meters and periapsis below 7,500. You know what? I can understand why. This is rather low. I just want to see how close we get. Alright, periapsis in 30 seconds. 15, 10, 5. Alright, so we got within 3 kilometers of the surface, so. Yeah, this is the type of stuff I like to see. Like, the surface is basically right below us, just flying by. Oh, it looks like we may actually get closer here. Ah, now we're rising up too fast. Yeah, so it looked like the closest we got was about 2.6 kilometers. I mean, it switched us into surface mode. Alright, so now that we're above 10 kilometers, I do want to put this in its final orbit. Which is going to be a circular polar orbit. I love the music in this game. Okay. Alright, so this is going into Joule's sphere of influence. Did I not put a maneuver in for it? I guess I didn't. Or maybe I did and forgot to add it as an alarm, but whatever. Alright, so this will be this relay's final orbit. Unless it ever asks us to redo it, but I don't suspect it will. Did I not put radiators on this one? I did not. I probably should have, but oh well. Regardless. Now we need to time warp a year. So, oh boy, that's... Okay. There's Kerbal right there. Now, yes, I am probably missing some transfer windows here, but I just want to get some stuff done. We're out of bankruptcy. I'm over time a little bit, but, you know, this is the Outer Planets Mod and Parallax career, and this is episode 29, and we haven't been to one of the outer planets at all, so now I'm kind of just deciding, like, bucket weave all, we're going to skip some transfer windows so that we can actually get to the outer planets. I mean, this is our first craft that's been to Dres. We're about to have our first craft that's been to Jewel. And I'm already noticing that our connection is not great. Sarnus Erlum Nidon alignment there, at least from Dres's perspective. From Kerbal, not so much. Jewel is, of course, out there right now. I don't even think Plock would ever be visible at this scale, even with Synoptic enhancement. Yeah, I'm noticing that we're occasionally bouncing through a relay here. Just kind of curious. Alright, jump to ship. And delete on close. We did not have a maneuver node for this guy. Why not? Did I want to get it closer, maybe? I don't remember. Regardless, let's just warp ahead, like here. Alright. Yeah, why did I not have a maneuver here? Now let's focus in on Jewel. It's going to be a little tricky. There we go. Wonder if I wanted to get it closer. If I were to do a radial inburn here. Oh, that's too close. No, it's not. Yeah, I like how my first instinct is to freak out and be like, oh, too close. I'm not going to go for in-space low, I don't think. Although I'm pretty sure you're in-space low once you're below Lade's orbit. We can try. Let's go for something like that. Alright, and Jewel is still incredibly far away. Okay, so now our connection is getting even worse. Alright, let's run all of our science. I want to check on our electric charge, of course. Is this one of the ones with RTGs? It is. Okay, that's good. Alright. There is Jewel. Way off in the distance there. But we have literally every planet, except for maybe Plock, but I haven't checked where it is, within our sight lines right now, which is kind of insane. Like, and yes, I'm aware I'm like 15 minutes over time, but come on. I mean, this series is about to go down to once per week. Like, I think I mentioned that the mini series is starting Wednesday. Also, if you're on the YouTube pod, remember to like, subscribe, and comment for the sake of engagement. go slightly further. There we go. But yeah, like the series is about to go down to once a week. We're starting the new mini series next week, so let me have my fun. All right, can I capture? Yes. Can I circularize? Also yes. Oh, too much. I mean, it is a long burn, and I'm going to be physics warping the entire burn. This is still in 51 days, but that's still before Figaro 3 reaches Sarnis, so... Full bop. Lathe. I'm trying to see what that middle is. Val. I'm not seeing Tylo right now, but... It's still a 51-day warp. Like, these outer planets, these gas giants are going to be, absolutely huge spheres of influence. There's Tylo. Hi, Jewel. Can I get one of your moons? Picture. I can get 2 of them. So where are Pole and Bop? There's Pole. Barely visible. I don't see Bop right now. Where is Bop? So we're there. Pole is there. Bop is on the exact opposite side. Brilliant. There you are. Oh wow, you're way out there. Wow. Alright, so this is going to be a long burn, so... Oh, and I will say, Val, one of my favorite places in the entire system to visit. Alright. Probably good enough. Alright, so now we have a craft in orbit of Jewel. Alright, so now... time to time warp again. Okay, that went a lot faster than I thought it would. Whoopsies. Actually, man, I don't know what, we can look at how small the sun is. And the moon's just flying on by. Like, the sun is already very small, and we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 more planets that are further away? Oh, and our strength is getting absolutely worse. Our signal strength is just absolutely awful now. I'm a little afraid that we might not even have connection on the Figaro 3. Alright, jump to ship. Alright, fleet on close. Point to that. We have an okay connection. Oh, because this is the probe, not the... Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't put that much. Oh, yeah, I did put all the science. Okay. Did I put them on an action group? Probably not. Did I forget a thermometer? Oh, no. Let's see, did I put this on an action group? I did. Okay. Anyways, let's cross into harness the sphere of influence. Alright, so we're kind of facing radial retrograde, so it should be theoretically that way. Oh! Wow, that's far. Okay. Oh, and we do get world first milestones from this. Okay. That's good. So I doubt we're gonna get in space low. How close are we getting? You know what? I can check this. Oh, yeah, that's not gonna get in space low. So let's just run all our science. This guy does not have RTGs, so I'm a little afraid that it is actually gonna run out of power. I hope that transmitted everything. Like, sometimes it doesn't, and I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. Anyways. How much science do we have now? 4,400. Okay. Alright. Ooh, hello. Oh, I forgot I made an alarm for it. Hello! Ooh! Oh, and it's huge. Oh, don't mess with my camera angle like that. Why would you do that? That was so rude. Okay, well, I guess I'm not taking my screenshot yet. Yeah, so this guy has a connection because I put 4 of these and it combines. I'm worried that this guy won't. And I'm going to end off the stream with this maneuver, the Juniper 1 maneuver. Alright. Now I can get a proper screenshot. There we go. I mean, this is incredible. And if we look sort of down and to the right from the sun. Yeah, Ovok is way out there. Okay. Anyways, time to warp again. So, do we die if we go in the rings? No. Okay, so it's purely graphical. And there's Elu, I think. I'm not as familiar with, you know, the outer planets, so I actually don't know what's what. Anyways. Alright, so now I can warp a little faster. Yeah, so I am concerned about whether or not Juniper 1 is actually going to have a connection. But I guess we are about to find out. Alright, so let's jump to our other Sarnis ship. Alright, and delete close, point to your menu. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this alarm, actually. Just gonna cross here. Okay, your connection is absolutely awful. 7%. Okay. And it's only gonna get worse. Well, so we're clearly gonna need, you know, a better satellite network. Alright, but let's what is this maneuver doing exactly? Is it circularizing or are we barely capturing? Looks like we're doing a little more than barely capturing, so I think that's because I was gonna try and fly this past some of the call it. Oh, hello. I'm gonna guess that we're still in space high. Just do that. Oh no, we're in space near. Okay, then we need to run everything. Alright, yeah, transmit everything. Jeez Louise. Alright, and we're still, you know, gaining electricity, so that's good. Now this is cool. That's a cool shot right there. Alright. Yeah, I remember, because I wanted to bring it down to just about here. So that I could potentially get some encounters with some of the moons in there. Of course, we're not quite on the same plane as any of them, but so we now have this in extremely low orbit. Not extremely low. Our signal strength is, of course, 3%, so we're definitely going to need a relay network at some point in deep space. But with that, that is where I'm going to end the stream. So thank you all. Oh, hang on. I had to take more screenshots. Thank you all so much for watching. It only took 29 episodes, but we have actually made it to a proper outer planet. So it's been a pleasure as always. and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.